So my name is Amit Gupta, and I'm a postgraduate with the chemistry, and I'm a mentor of quantitative aptitude. And I have an experience of 8+ years in teaching of quant. And in the between this duration, I've given 200 plus selections in IIM and GMAT, GRE in that way. Okay. So now we are moving to discuss the lecture plan of quantitative aptitude. So here I divided the whole lecture plan of the quant in the 6 units, and the syllabus of the 6 unit are this. So in the unit 1, I will discuss the Vedic math, BODMAS rule, simplification and approximation, and number series. Okay. And in the unit 2, I will discuss the name of the unit 2 is number system. And here I will discuss some topic. The topic number 1, that is numbers, the rules of numbers. And second topic is divisibility rules, next remainder theorem, then unit place and last 2 digits, and then HCF and LCM concepts, and then quadratic equation. And at the end, I will discuss the average topic. And here is my unit number 3. The name of the unit is ratio. Here I will discuss some topic. Those are based on the ratio. As number 1 is ratio and proportion. Number 2 is problem on ages. And number 3, that is partnership. And number 4, it is mixture and alligation. Okay. So in the unit number 4, the name of the unit 4 is percentage. And there are some topics. Those are based on the percentage concepts. As the topic number 1 is percentage. Second number is profit and loss. And the third is discount, and the fourth is simple interest, and the fifth is compound interest. Okay. And here is my unit number 5. The name of the unit 5 is time, and the concepts, those are based on the times I represent in that. As the topic number 1, that is time and work. Next is compound proportion. Next is pipeline system. This compound proportion is called by the name chain rule also. Okay. Chain rule. And 4 number topic is time, speed, and distance. Topic number 5 is related to train, and the topic number 6, that is based on boat and steam. And here it is, unit number 6. Those topics comes in the miscellaneous section. I represent in that as a permutation and combination. Next topic is probability. Next is algebra. Next is mensuration. Then geometry. Then we will move to the 2 basic topics. Those are the data sufficiency and data interpretation. Okay. So these are whole topics of the quant. Now I'm going to discuss a topic of unit 2. The name of the topic is remainder theorem. So this topic is a remainder theorem. Here in this remainder theorem, we always try to find the remainder. We always try to find the remainder. Okay. And our answer, to give the answer of remainder, that always be a positive number. Okay, that always be a positive number. Why I use this positive symbol? The reason is that because some questions we will solve with the help of negative remainder. How that negative remainder and positive remainders come? So when we are dividing a number by 6, the number is 17. I'm dividing this number by 6. So when I will divide this number 17 by 6, then my table should be read in that manner. The value that should be less than the 17. So I will read the table of 6 till twice. 6 2s are 12. So when I'm reading the table till 12, that means my value 12 is less than 5 by 17. So our remainder will be plus 5. This will be our remainder plus 5. So what is the negative remainder? When I read the table, that is gives the value that is greater than 17. That means 3 times 6 3s are 18. So I'm 1 point ahead to the 17. So this value will become negative value. Okay. So when I'm dividing this 17 by 6, so remainder will be plus 5. So that will be our answer. But I wanted to know what is the remainder in the negative format. So either I can read the table 1 point ahead, or I can subtract this 5 from this denominator. Then I will get the negative remainder. And coincidentally, I read that table 6 3s are 18. So I'm 1 point ahead of 17. So that will be a negative remainder. If I know the negative remainder, then I can also subtract this 1 from this base value to get the positive remainder. One will be a positive remainder and other will be the second remainder, negative remainder. Okay. So now I've taken the example number 1 to understand in a better way. there are two values 49 and 65. So I will divide this 49 by 9. So the table, when I read 9 5s are 45. So if I'll read the table 9 5s are 45, then my remainder will be plus 4. And if I read the table 9 6 are 54, then my remainder will be minus 5. Or I can get the value of negative remainder to subtract this 4 from 9. And when I will divide this 65 by 9, so 9 7s are 63. So my remainder will be plus 2. And another remainder, I'll subtract this 2, so that will be minus 7. So I have two remainders of 49. One is plus 4 and other is minus 5. And two remainders from 65, one is plus 2 and other is minus 7. So to find the final answer, I have to choose any one value of both the remainder of each value. So I can take any of the value to get the answer, but I will take those values, those are less to multiplication and easy to multiplication. Okay. So here I will take the 4, that is positive 4, and here I will take the 2, that is positive 2. So I'll multiply both the value, and then value will be 8 by 9. So my remainder will be 8. Remainder is what? Remainder is that value that cannot be divisible by any number. I can divide this 8 when I will take the decimal. Okay, then I can divide, but there's no need to take the decimal because I wanted to get the remainder. Okay, so it is our 8 remainder. If I took any negative value, then my answer will be same. As example, if I took minus 5 and minus 7, so minus minus plus and 5 7s are 35. Okay, so when I will divide this 35 by 9, so 9 4s are 36. So one remainder will be negative 1 and other will be plus 8. So my answer can be plus 8 here. Okay, that will be answer. We can take any of the value to get the answer. Okay, now my example number 2 is, so this is, I will divide each and every value by 17. So 17 1s are 17, 17 3s are 51. So here remainder will be plus 2. Now I will not take both the remainder. I will take the value that is less only. Okay, 17 1s are 17, 17 3s are 51. So here my remainder will be minus 2 because that is value is a 49 and I'm reaching to the 51. Okay, so 17 5s are 85. So my remainder will be 85. It is 2 point ahead of 83. So that will be negative 2. And here 17 1s are 17. So my remainder will be plus 1. So now I will take all the values in the product form, 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 into 1 divided by 17. Minus minus will be cancelled out, and 2 into 2 into 2, that will be 8 by 17. So here my remainder again will be 8. So that is my final answer for this question. Now let's move on to the next question. So here it is a next question that is in the form of factorial. So we know there is not a 0, that is a decimal point. Okay, there is not a 0. So what is the value of factorial? When I write n factorial, that means I can use the value in that format. When I will take n common, then my 1 will be subtracted from there. That will be factorial n. And the symbol of factorial we can write in that way also. Okay, so that can be n factorial n minus 1. I can write that value in that format. So if there is and one more thing, the value of factorial 0 will be always 1. As example, I have factorial 5, so I can write this value in that way. Factorial 5 common, then 4 will be in the factorial format. I'll simplify all the value, 5 4 3 2 1. In that way, I can write all the value. At the last will be factorial 0 and the value of factorial 0 is 1. So in that way, I can simplify each and every value. So here it is a factorial 1, so the value of this will be 1. And I'm using factorial 2, so that value will be 2 into 1. And here it is factorial 3, so that will be 3 into 2 into 1. And here my value is factorial 4, so that will be 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I wanted to know what is the remainder when I will divide each and every value by 8. So I will individually divide each and every value. And if there will be factorial 5, so the value of factorial 5 will be 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So in that way, they will be all the factorials. So I will divide this value by 8. So that will be 1. I will divide 2 into 1 means 2. So the remainder will be 2. That is 6. So when I will divide 6 by 8, so remainder will be 6. But when I will divide this value, that will be always divisible by, completely divisible by 8, because here it is 4 into 2. 4 into 2 means 8. So when I will divide this value by 8, so it will be completely divisible. So remainder will be 0 here. When I'm moving to the factorial 5, there will always be again 4 into 2, means 8 will also be represented here. When I will move to the factorial 6, there will be always also be represented here 4 into 2. So all the value from here will be divisible by 8. That means remainder of all the value will be 0. So how many values are left? So 1 plus 2 plus 6 are left, divided by 8. So the sum will be 9. 9 divided by 8. So remainder will be 1. Okay, so here my remainder will be 1. Are you getting my point? Okay, next question. So there are 3 examples when I will divide 35 to the power 113. So there is a huge power, but we will not fear with that power, because this power will be represented on a remainder. So I will divide only this 35. So 9 5s are 45 and 9 4s are 36. So 9 4s are 36 means that my remainder will be -1 and other remainder will be +8. But I will not use +8 remainder here, because when I will use the 8 to the power 113, so it will not be easy to solve the question. Okay. Now I will take the help of negative remainder. So I will not solve this question with the help of 8. Now I will take the remainder -1. -1 to the power 113 divided by 9. So if -1 have the odd power, then my remainder will be -1. If -1 have the even power, then my remainder will be +1. So here -1 have the odd power. This 113 is an odd number. So my remainder will be -1. -1 by 9. So now my remainder is -1, but -1 cannot be my remainder. So I will use the positive one. So I will subtract this -1 from 9. So remainder will be +8. So here answer will be +8. Okay. Next example. So when I will divide this 2 to the power 33 by 9, so my remainder will be what? So when I will divide this 2 by 9, so one remainder will be +2 and other remainder will be -7. So neither I can solve this question with the help of -7 to the power 33, nor I can solve this question with the help of 2 to the power 33. So what I will do, I will change some value. Basically what I do, we need to convert the numerator value in that way that should be either 1 greater than to the denominator or 1 less than to the denominator. Okay. So how we can convert this value? I will do the factor of 33. 33 factor will be 3 into 11. So I will use 2 to the power 3 to the power 11 divided by 11. Sorry, divided by 9. So 2 to the power 3 will be 8. 8 to the power 11 divided by 9. So I will divide this 8 by 9. So remainder will be -1. So now again I will take the help of negative remainder. So -1 to the power 11 by 9. And this 11 is an odd number. So my remainder will be -1. -1 by 9. But -1 cannot be a remainder. So I will subtract this -1 from 9. So my final answer will be 8. Got it? My other number is 2 to the power 34. So again, I need to convert this value in that way. The numerator should be greater than 1 or less than 1 to the denominator. Okay. But I cannot factorize that value in that manner. So what I will do, I will take 2 as a common, 2 to the power 1 into 2 to the power 33 in that way. Divided by 9. I already solved the question that when my power is 2 to the power 33, then remainder will be 8. So here it is power to the 33. So when I will divide this value by 9, so here remainder will be 8. But this is a 2 to the power 1 means 2. When I will divide this value by 9, so my remainder will be 2. So again, 2 into 8 divided by 9, that will be 16. Divided by 9, so my remainder will be 9 1 9, remainder will be 7. Okay. So that will be my answer here. Now let's move on to the next question. So these are my 2 questions. So 7 to the power 512. So I can't convert that value in that manner. That should be 401, means I've previously told you that the numerator should be in that way. Either 1 greater than numerator or 1 less than the numerator. So I can't convert this 7 into the 401, or nor I can't convert that value 399. neither one less I can convert this, nor one more than I convert it. So what can I do? So I will check how many factors that can be divisible by 4. In that manner, the remainder will be 1. So this 7, when I will multiply 7 into 7, that will be 49. 7 into 7 into 7, that will be 343. I multiply by 4 times 7 into 7, so that will be 2401. This 2400 is divisible by 400, so here remainder will be 1. So I will do the factor with that value in that way. So 7 to the power 4 will be there. And when I will divide this value, so 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, and 4 8 ja 32, divided by 400. This 7 to the power 4 means 2401 divided by 400 to the power 128. So I will divide this value by 400. So my remainder will be plus 1. And here plus 1 have the even power. That means the value of plus 1 will be 1. So my remainder will be here 1. Okay. Because when I will divide this 1 by 400, so remainder will be 1. Now I will divide these two value by 84. So here 83 will be divided by 84. So that will be negative 1. And 12 will be divided by 84. So that will be 12. So now my answer will be minus 1 to the power 115 plus 12 divided by 84. So minus have the odd power. So that will be minus 1 plus 12 upon 84. So I will subtract this minus 1 from 12. So that will be 11 by 84. So my final remainder will be 11. Okay, so that is my final answer of this. So one more question for this. So this question has been asked in the examination CAT 2005. The question is this: if x to the power 16, if x is equals to 16 to the power 3 plus 17 to the power 3 plus 18 to the power 3 plus 19 to the power 3. So I'll divide this x. This x means this whole value. And I'll divide by 70. So what will be my remainder? So these are my options. Okay. So let's move on to the question. So that is 16 to the power 3, 17 to the power 3, 18 to the power 3, 19 to the power 3 divided by 70. So what can I do? Here all the values have 3 power, but there are two pairs, 17 and 16 and 18. 16 and 18 have the sum, not this. So when I'll take the sum of 16 and 19. So sum of 16 and 19 is what? That will be 35. And sum of 17 and 18 will also be a 35. And 35 is the factor of 70. So I will make the pair of in that way. So 16 to the power 3 plus 19 to the power 3, pair 1, plus 17 to the power 3 and 18 to the power 3. So now we can see there are two cubes formulas. So the formula identity will be applied here, a cube plus b cube. What is the identity of that? Identity is that a plus b, in other bracket a square plus b square minus ab. That is the identity of a cube plus b cube. So I will use the identity for both the cases. So when I will apply the identity here, so that will be 16 plus 19 in one bracket, and in other bracket 16 square plus 19 square minus 16 into 19 plus again 17 plus 18 and 17 square plus 18 square minus 17 into 18. And this whole value will be divided by 70. So 16 plus 90 means 35. 17 plus 80 means 35. So I will take 35 as a common. So I'll take 35 as common. So here the values will be 16 square plus 19 square minus 16 into 19 plus 17 square plus 18 square minus 17 into 18 into 18. Okay. And this whole value will be divided by 70. So now I will little bit simplify that value. 35 2s. So now the denominator is 2. So I will divide each and every value by 2. So when I will divide each and every value by 2, so what can be the remainder? When I will divide this 16 by 2, so 16 is completely divisible by 2, so remainder will be 0. When I will divide this 19, so remainder will be 1. And here it is a square, so square of 1 will be 1. Minus 16 is remainder 0, here remainder will be 1. So 1 multiplied by 0, so that will be 0. Here my remainder will be 1, and 18 will give you the remainder 0, and here 17 will give me 1 remainder, 18 will give me 0 remainder. So my finally values will be there. This is 0, this is 1 square means 1, plus that is 0, 1 square means 1, that is also square, okay, plus all the values are, this is 0 and this is 0. So here I will divide it by 2. So that will be 2 by 2, means when I'll divide this 2 by 2, so my remainder will be 0 again here. But one more thing, because I simplify this value by 35, so at the last I need to multiply this 35 with that remainder. So that will be again 0. So my final answer to divide this value by 70, my remainder will be 0. So that is my final answer. I hope it is clear to you. So thank you for this. I hope you have understand well. Thank you.